guys, it's HMK once again with another Legend of Zelda video which has to pertain to Twilight Princess HD and Zelda Wii U. Now, a lot of us are excited for Twilight Princess HD. It's all but confirmed now since all this data mining and all this depths into the coding which reveals Twilight Princess HD for Japan that it might be an actual thing. Now, when will this game come out? We have no idea. Nintendo has not confirmed it. But, seeing as Nintendo has been playing us like a damn fiddle for the past few years, next year, Zelda's 30th anniversary. Next year is also Twilight Princess's 10-year anniversary. Wind Waker HD came out 2013, 10 years after the international release of the Wind Waker. Wind Waker released in Japan in 2002, but it released everywhere else in 2003. 10 years after that, Wind Waker HD. Nintendo is playing us. So, the big question is, why are they making Twilight Princess HD? I, for one, think that Twilight Princess out of all of the games needed a remake more than any other game. We've had Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, Wind Waker HD, and now Twilight Princess HD. It kind of goes in line to, the games. So we had Ocarina of Time, then Wind Waker. And then we're having Majora's Mask, then Twilight Princess. It's kind of in line of what games kind of need remakes or the most popular Zelda games in terms of sale and community, all that other stuff. So, but why make it? Because Zelda Wii U is supposedly going to come out next year, or God knows when, Zelda's 30th anniversary. Come on now. That begs the question, is Twilight Princess HD, if it's being announced, if it's a real thing, which pretty much is it meant to distract us away from Zelda Wii U? I mean, we got Twilight Princess HD. I'm excited for that. But is it going to be at the cost of Zelda Wii U? That's something I'm not excited for. Now, something was brought to my attention very, very interesting. Zachary Nordell, I hope I said your name right, brought this to my attention. Thank you very much for doing so. There was a post on NeoGAF that got removed 5 months ago, around the time of E3, before the time of E3, that talked about why Zelda Wii U was delayed. This was after the announcement of the delay of Zelda Wii U and before E3. Now, this was posted on NeoGAF and then eventually it found its way to other forums and stuff like that. So the legitimacy of this, what I'm about to read, is very up in the air, but it's a good read. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying there's facts to back this up, but there are some clues from what's been happening as a whole that kind of backs some of this stuff up. Let me read it to you, okay? Originally posted 2 days ago. This was 5 months ago. This was posted 5 months ago, so that's 2 days before the 5 months at NeoGAF, but it was taken down. I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to hear your thoughts. If it's fake, it seems like an awesome story and gameplay mechanics that seems like something Nintendo will do. Alright, this has to pertain to Zelda Wii U, its delay, and some story elements, which I'm not going to really get into, but this is the main kicker. This is like about the delay. The Legend of Zelda for Wii U was actually getting close to completion. It already had been in beta testing for some portions of the game and was on its way to being released towards the end of the year. Most beta testers felt the game lacked story and had more of a focus on exploration and dungeons, which does pertain to what Zelda Wii U was going for. Alright? With such a huge overworld, it at times got painfully boring to just push forward from dungeon to dungeon. While most side quests were fun and interesting and entertaining, it had absolutely nothing to do or to add to the story. The beta testers were let down that they weren't more like the recently released Majora's Mask 3D side quests, where most, or if not some, pushed the story forward and connected you to the world. After getting feedback, Nintendo postponed the game indefinitely to work on the game's story and to give the NPCs more importance. So it felt like we were actually helping them as opposed to just running errands. Since the game was overall near completion with the story and side quests needing fine-tuning and only a few dungeons still left to be completed, Nintendo split up the group, fired some workers and hired new workers, and even brought a few of the other groups at Nintendo EAD and some of the people from the team that previously worked on Wind Waker HD to complete Twilight Princess HD. This is 5 months ago. 5 months ago. As soon as possible to hold over fans for Zelda Wii U and to have Zelda on the Wii U to see it make an appearance at or after E3 and hopefully sell more units. Now that part of the story gets really vague. Do they mean to have more Zelda on the Wii U in the form of Twilight Princess HD, or to have Zelda on the Wii U at E3 Zelda Wii U? In any case, Twilight Princess HD and Zelda Wii U did not make any type of appearance at E3, so that kind of gives this thing a fucking strike back, but let's continue a little bit. Alright. Nintendo sees Twilight Princess Remake as a unit seller since it was one of the #1 selling Zelda titles, #3 overall when combining the GameCube and the Wii sales. And its realistic art style is something that fans wanted after the tech demo, and to bring in more casual players who only care about how realistic something looks. That may sound like bullshit to some hardcore players, but when it comes to casuals and other people, that's actually a very, very valid thought. You know, they want to draw in players with the realistic style because a lot of people this day and age will Call of Duty and realistic fantasy games, even though it's fucking fantasy! The Witcher 3, I totally understand the statement, alright? This way, when Zelda Wii U drops, it will hopefully have a higher number of Wii U owners to market to, since Wind Waker HD didn't sell nearly as well as they hoped. Other than the E3 statement, all of this pretty much makes sense. Alright, Twilight Princess was... that shit sold fucking well. Alright, when combined with the Wii and the GameCube sales, it is literally right behind Legend of Zelda and Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is the highest selling Zelda game with more than 7 million units moved. And then came Legend of Zelda, then came Twilight Princess. So I understand that Twilight Princess HD, it might sell a lot more Wii U consoles. I understand that, and I understand if Nintendo is wanting to do that to have more consoles out in, you know, in the hands of gamers to sell more units of Zelda Wii U, because that is actually a very big and a very, very realistic concern when it comes to Nintendo and marketing. Zelda Wii U can be a great game, but I mean, to market it to Zelda, to Wii U owners, and Wii U owners is not that high, I understand their thing. However, Zelda in itself, especially something like Zelda Wii U, is a system seller, is a system mover, alright? I understand that they want to go that route. If this is all true, I understand that if they want to go that route and, you know, have Twilight Princess potentially sell more units so they don't have to worry about overselling Zelda Wii U, but Zelda Wii U, it's gonna move systems, it's gonna move consoles, it's gonna do it, it's gonna. Alright, this game has been heavily anticipated, and if Nintendo furiously markets this thing, not like they did with Super Smash Bros., because the deal with Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, they expected, since it was Super Smash Bros., that it was gonna automatically sell and move Wii U's and stuff like that, and it did sell well. However, when Nintendo markets something, that thing sells like fucking hotcakes. That is proven with Splatoon in Japan, which actually outsold Smash Brothers and Super Mario Maker, which it sold more than 1 million units days after its release. Because Nintendo was hardcore in marketing that thing, online and television and any types of media. That thing was so fucking furious online. They were bringing in YouTubers and all that other stuff. If Nintendo is smart with marketing, they don't have to worry about selling Zelda Wii U titles as units. But when consoles, that's a different story. Alright, so I understand that move with Twilight Princess HD, if this is all real. Alright, now how do I feel about this potentially pushing back Zelda Wii U even more? That is a very, very big red flag. A huge red flag. And I've said before on Twitter, if Nintendo does not give us any news about Zelda Wii U this year, the year it was supposed to come out, that's huge red flags. That's huge red flags. That means something is definitely up with this game's development. Alright? I'm excited for Twilight Princess HD, but I don't want to sacrifice Zelda Wii U to get that game. You know? If Twilight Princess HD and Zelda Wii U release in the same year, happy ass camper. And a lot of people are saying that, oh, with Twilight Princess HD, there's no way Zelda Wii U can release the same year. Nintendo has shown before they are more than capable of releasing remakes and a brand new Zelda game within the same year. They did it in 2011 with Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword. They did it in 2013 with Wind Waker HD and A Link Between Worlds. And they did it again this year with Majora's Mask 3D and Triforce Heroes. But, you know, that's all up in the air when it comes to comparing the amount. That's all up in the air when comparing the size of the games and the system the game came out on. But still, there's Zelda titles, and I I'm pretty sure Nintendo can do it, especially for Nintendo's Zelda 30th anniversary. So I want to know what you guys think. Is Twilight Princess HD supposed to distract us from Zelda Wii U? In that case, if they're trying to do that, I am not gonna let up. I'm gonna give Nintendo a run for its money and be like, hey, listen, we're still here, we still want Zelda Wii U, show us something. Alright? So I want to know what you guys think. Leave it in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this Zelda video, please like, share, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more Zelda videos. Until the next one, I've been HMK. Keep up the hype for Zelda Wii U, Twilight Princess HD. I can dig it. And I'll check you guys later.